Hey there. Remember when being a kid didn't just mean school and play? It also meant helping around the house, sometimes in ways today's kids would never believe. Well, here are 10 chores kids used to do that you may not know about. No. 1. Hanging laundry on the clothesline. Before dryers were in every home, most families did their laundry by hand. And when the wash was done, the real work began for the kids. Help mom carry baskets of wet laundry to the backyard and clip up each piece one by one with wooden pins. The clothesline was no place for tiny hands, but somehow we managed. Then the real test was waiting until everything was dry. No more smelly, musty clothes thanks to the dryer. Oh, how we hated that. Sunlight and fresh air were the dryer back then. Number 2, mowing the lawn with push mowers. You think your lawnmower is cool? Well, kids from the past would beg to differ. They didn't have those fancy ride-on mowers, or even those super cool robotic ones. They had push mowers. Just the squeaking wheels, the smell of hot engine oil, and the sweat of pushing a heavy mower across the yard on a hot summer afternoon. Now that's what they called a workout. No. 3. Polishing silverware. Remember when families had the good silver? Every now and then, Mom would bring out the silverware, polish it up, and put it away until the next special occasion. This was our job, rubbing away the tarnish with smelly polish and soft cloths until every fork and spoon gleamed like new. It was so satisfying, yet such a pain. No. 4. Beating rugs. You ever wondered why your parents kept the carpets short? Well, partly because it was easier to clean. See, back in the day, vacuum cleaners weren't strong enough to pick up everything. So rugs were hauled outside, hung over a line, and it was time to whack them with carpet beaters until clouds of dust filled the air. Then, and only then, were the rugs shaken out, ready to be vacuumed and brought back in. It was tiring work, but someone had to do it. No. 5. Shoveling snow. No snow blowers back then, just a heavy metal shovel and a driveway full of snow. Kids bundled up and got to work clearing the path to the sidewalk. The biggest reward, maybe a cup of hot cocoa and the satisfaction of a job well done. Of course, if you were really lucky, you might even get a day off from school. Yeah, right. No. 6. Cleaning windows by hand. No sprays and microfiber cloths. Our job was to mix vinegar with water, dip an old rag inside, and scrub until the glass sparkled streak-free. It was hard work, but someone had to do it. Plus, if you looked closely, you could almost see the dirt and grime from years past. Ah, memories. Number 7. Carrying firewood. For homes with wood-burning stoves or fireplaces, this was a never-ending task. Make several trips back and forth from the shed to the living room, carrying logs that were sometimes bigger than you were. Not to mention the splinters. Oh, the splinters. But hey, at least you got some exercise and maybe a sing-along. With all that time spent carrying firewood, you could almost make a game of it. Almost. No. 8. Washing dishes by hand. No dishwashers for us. After dinner, it was our turn to help out. Scrub greasy pans in a soapy sink, dry them with towels, and stack them neatly away. It was our version of a game called hot potato. Except instead of hot potatoes, we passed around hot plates and bowls. Now that's teamwork. No. 9. Raking leaves. Ah, fall. The leaves were changing colors and falling down, piling up everywhere. Before we could jump in and have fun, we had to rake for hours and hours, then drag the heavy bags to the curb. At least we got some exercise, right? What did we do with all those leaves? We piled them up high, creating a mountain of crunchy goodness, perfect for playing in once they were raked into a giant pile. Who needs a gym membership when you have a pile of leaves to jump in? And number 10, sweeping and mopping floors. No fancy machines back then. Just a broom and a mop. We learned early that sweeping and mopping by hand made the floors shine better than any machine. Plus, we had to scrub on hands and knees to reach those hard-to-get spots. Talk about a workout. Brooms were usually stiff and prickly, and the heavy water buckets made mopping a real chore. But hey, at least we got some exercise. And who knows? Maybe there's a method to the madness. After all, kids who sweep and mop by hand might just grow up with superpowers. Thanks for joining us on this trip down memory lane. Here at Golden Hour Rewind, we keep the past alive, one story at a time. If today's video brought back a smile or a memory, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, keep rewinding the golden hours of yesterday.